Good evening, everyone. My name is Pawan Kumar Sahu, and I handle product marketing at Websol. I'll be your moderator for the day. Before we head into this webinar, I would like to give you a small introduction of our company that I represent from. I'll try to keep it short. Websol was part of Wipro in back in the days. We were the printer manufacturing division of Wipro, and we are specialized in dot matrix printer category. Over the years, the company decided to step out of the Wipro and form a separate entity in the name of Web Solutions. Our signature offering, managed print services, was carried out over 2 decades, and with evolving needs and changing trends, we decided to bring digital workplace solutions to our portfolio, and we expanded our product and service portfolio to cater mass markets. Over the years, we also collaborated with market giant companies like Ricoh and Fujifilm. I'd like to highlight few of the milestones of our journey that we underwent: complete brand refresh in the name of Websol. Let us move to next slide where we can talk about some quick company highlights that followed by services. Websol comes up with 20 plus years of experience with over 500 plus customers. We are operated in 2000 plus service locations. In fact, we also awarded as best DMS solution of the year in 2022. You can see some of our trusted clients like Tata Capital, HDFC, Metro, Kotak, etc. Fluidworks is our Fluidworks is our intelligent workplace solution catering to wide range of interdepartmental functions. We have gamut of offerings under Fluidworks, which I will explain in the upcoming slide. Fluid Pro is our managed print services portfolio where we offer infrastructure consulting services, cybersecurity solutions, remote monitoring and management. Moving on to Fluid Print, we offer print manufacturing solutions according to customer requirements. We offer both CapEx and OpEx models, and we charge the customer as per print per basis. We are number one in this business line. Fluid Map is our tool to track all the assets in your network, and we will show key parameters like uptime, downtime, toner, or cartridge level. Fluid Trail is our process automation solution, which we offer document managed hosted by Azure Cloud. With this, we can automate all your office processes like employee records management, candidate onboarding, offboarding, attendance management, etc. Since most of the audience is from HR background, I would like to offer a free demo of our Fluid Trail platform so that you can get to know more about the platform. I'm launching a quick poll. The poll is on your screens. If you are interested in taking a free demo of our platform, click on S to reach out to you. Fluid Trail is a document management solution which we offer multiple use cases like candidate onboarding, employee records management, leave management, attendance. Everything can be automated under one platform. To know more about this platform, participate in the poll and click on S to reach out to me. In the upcoming days, we also include AI, artificial intelligence features to our platform, Fluid Trail. Some of our popular clients like Axis, HDFC, MRF, Flipkart, Myntra are already using Fluid Trail for their automation for HR solutions. Thank you, audience. The audience who asked for, most of the people asked for the free demo. My team will be reaching out to them. I'd like to introduce our speaker of the day, Mr. Avinash Tyagi. Avinash brings with 25 years of experience extending strategic HR, business restructuring, performance management, global recruitment, and tech implementation as his areas of expertise, and has held roles of country HR head manager roles in various industry verticals. He is also a full-time professor at Dunes Business School at Dehradun. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here today, sir. I'm sure audience are looking forward to directly hearing from you. Over to you, sir.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Pawan, for the introduction. So I'm very happy to have another interaction with very, very enlightened member of HR fraternity. And the topic is a very good topic, and especially as Pawan mentioned that I have got almost 25 years of experience. So I have seen the journey from non-so digital to the digital world today. And it is, believe me, it is amazing journey, and it has helped a lot as a HR professional to manage things, to control things, to predict things, to analyze things, right? So which we'll be discussing in the over a period of time. So any issue with my audio? Right? I understand there's some problem.
A little bit low, sir. You can keep your mic near to your mouth.
Okay, right. Okay, right. So next slide, please. So we'll try to understand what are the reasons, why digitalization in HR are happening. So we will understand the impact of technology on HR. We'll try to touch base on what are the latest technology trend in HR, the future of HR digital strategy, if we want to implement the HR digital strategy, what things we need to keep in mind, how HR technology can drive the organization success, and challenges in implementing the technology. Followed by, we'll have some Q&A questions. But the topic is very, very vast. So I will try to touch on the various topics. And if that some of you are interested, then we can have a detailed discussion on it at this end of this session, or maybe later on one-on-one. Right. Next slide, please. So let's try to understand what are the drivers of HR digital transformation. What are the reasons that we have to understand the HR is getting digitalized. So first, we have to understand that the workforce we have today, so this is the workforce which is living in a tech-driven environment, right from the birth. So we see that okay, nowadays the children, they are very, very tech savvy. They are very, very adept and using social media, mobile phones, technology, whatever you say. So they are very conversant with it, and the workforce is surrounded by a lot of technology. We have seen the transition wherein to collect your salary, you have to stand in a queue at bank, and now the salary is definitely immediately credited to your bank account, and by the mobile app you can use it, right? So we have the technology has touching life of everyone in various spectrums. Same thing is if I'm not using technology during the employee experience, or when a person is working, he is not finding that the technology is not used. So the workforce, the employee, they feel that okay, they're working in a place which is very, very backward, and which is not updated with the world today, right? So number one, we have to give the workforce experience to the we have to give the latest digital experience to the workforce, so that they can understand, they align themselves, and they feel that okay, they are working in an environment which is in sync with the world. Second thing is, see, the HR was very, very infamous for taking decisions on gut feeling, right? So many times in initial days, we used to get challenged that okay, many people used to ask us, so you are saying to do this, or you want to implement this. So what is the ROI? How do you measure the success of this? Right. So initially there was hardly any ROI. So because of that, because of this reason, no, the lot of initiative we were not able to launch, and it was very, very difficult to convince the topmost senior-most management. So it is very, very important that whatever decisions we are taking, so we have to understand, and we have to use the technology so that we are able to implement it, right? Third thing is The HR should is not only one of the functions. HR need to be one of the key drivers to success of the organization. So I should be able to drive the competitive advantage of my. I should be able to give the competitive advantage to my organization when I am in my HR function. So it is very very important. The HR, if the HR is not using the latest technology, if the HR is not digital, HR is not giving the top-notch world-class services, so the HR will not be able to attract the top talent and retain employee because we are not able to offer them the good or effective, efficient HR services. So these are the basic things. So
So
because
sorry to interrupt, sir.
yeah,
Few audience are asking voice is not clear. Can you keep your mic near to your mouth so that
let me say,
little bit louder?
yeah. So actually, I have kept my mic very very close to my to as
Yes,
close as
a few
possible.
audience are texting voice is not clear.
Just let me check. Hello, is it better or it's same?
Now it looks like better. Audience, can you message or the voice is clear or not?
Okay, right.
Yes, now it's better.
So, right. So now we understand that, okay, over a period of time, because of these three important things, number one, we have to match the expectation of workforce by providing them the modern and tech-driven environment. Second thing is that, okay, the whatever measures, whatever activity, what we do, it must have some data-driven, it should have some basis, right? Third is we should be able to provide, we should, by driving HR function, we should be able to provide the competitive advantage by attracting the top-notch talent and also to retain them, and so that we are able to offer the best, most efficient, and the best experience to our employees. Next slide, please. Right. So you see, there are. This is a very very interesting slide. So here we are understanding the how digital operating model can be. So in initial days, what was happening? The digital was one of the separate departments, right? So no, the usually we used to have a small IT department at end of and so sitting in some corner. So they were not actually contributing. They were not a part of the whole organization or the workflow, etc. So they were just there, and they were usually involved in providing internet speed and this and that. So actually, we were not able to use the digitalization much in the earlier part of the days. Then the second strategy could be digital can become the digital could be they can come in and they can start offering the expertise, right? So herein what will happen that okay then the we'll start using digital maybe we go digital maybe in our logistic function, we go digital maybe in a finance function, we go digital maybe in marketing function, or we go digital in maybe in our HR function. So there in the second stage, what happened is the digital was we were using digital as an expertise. Now what's happening is in today's world, the digital is a strategic has become a strategic capability. ERPs are there everywhere. Suppose so even whatever I do, for example, I am using finance, so definitely I am using ERP. Where if I am using maybe HR, I am using an ERP. So I have gone digitalized. So the digital things is becoming part of each and everything, and so it is become inherent. So it is in as if it is a part of the whole system. It is not a, one of the digital thing is not something which is sitting outside and contributing. So it is involved within. So the total assimilation of digital thing has happened today in all the functions. Right, we'll see the next slide now. Now we'll try to understand what are the benefit of digital HR. So initially, the most important things I think you must have also experienced that okay, whenever you wish to know implement any digital thing in HR. So you get a huge pushback from the senior most management or no. So it becomes very difficult from to us for as a HR personnel to convince the stakeholder that what is the need to go digital, right? So we should be very, very clear. So unless and until we are able to offer at least some financial benefit or to improve service quality benefit to the organization, we will not be able to convince them to move to digital route. So what are various financial benefit? The very obvious thing is the HR headcount reduction is a benefit, although it may sound scary, but over a period of time, you will understand that it brings in a lot of efficiency. So earlier, maybe the HR department used to have maybe around 25 to 30 people for maybe around a workforce of maybe 500 to 800. But nowadays, the number is reduced. Uh, I remember days for even for just for hiring or recruitment, we used to have around 10, 12 people who will be manually opening the envelopes and no arranging the CVs and rejecting. So huge time was lost actually. Then you need to call the candidate telephonically. Uh, Telephonic even the days before the people were not available on telephone, so you need to maybe send telegram. So over a period of time now, everything is you can do in a jiffy. So if you are using ERP, it becomes things become very easy. So that we will discuss in later part also. So the overall number of headcount in HR can be reduced. And when I am saying that okay, we will reduce the HR headcount, it even after reducing HR headcount, the efficiency is increased multiples. Definitely because of the reduction in HR headcount, the total bill, the cost to the company is also reduced. HR salary reduction is there. Many unimportant things possibly you can outsource, and there are various organizations which are because of use of by using the technology, they are able to manage things very efficiently, right? So the consolidation of external spend has happened. The consolidation of technology is there, legal cost reduction, indirect savings. So ultimately, what we want to say is that because of digitalization, there are huge financial benefit which the organizations can reap. So one part is financial part. Other part is that okay, there is a tremendous service quality benefit because of that. Because digitalization. So earlier we used to say that okay, we will resolve the issue of an employee. Maybe it used to take maybe 1 day, 2 day, or maybe sometimes a week. But by using HR technology, so by using various no digitalization, we can immediately raise a ticket and close the ticket maybe within 12 to 24 hours. I remember that okay, a couple of years back, we were in a discussion with one of the no suppliers. So they were about to they were no marketing their chat bots or the special bots. So these bots were capable of reading the email and assigning the task to the people, and thereby reducing the workload on the HR executive. So the digitalization can go such a long way, right? It can also lower the cost, and it can give a very effective service delivery model when when we start using digitalization. So there are various avenues available, various programs available, various facilities available digitally for maybe for employee onboarding, or for maybe for digitalization for records or various things which no, Mr. Pawan was explaining earlier also. So it will be good idea for all the HR department to all various from various organizations to use the services so that they can get benefit out of it. Right. Other thing is that digitalization has also improved capability for global people management. So I am, for example, I'm sitting in Dubai, and my head office is in Dubai, and my operations are in various GCCs, India, even in Southeast Asia. So by click of button, because thanks to the various software ERPs or digitalization. By click of button, I can find out, okay, what are the hiring happening where, what are the position vacant, what are the position filled, right? Now, by use of ATS, I can immediately find out what is the, the conversion ratio, what is the cost to fill a particular vacancy. So because of that, by single click of button, you can control a lot of things, right? So the digitalization help us. Sorry. Otherwise, earlier you need to send mail and ask for report. For example, I am sitting in a head office, then I need to send to maybe a Bangalore office or Chennai office, or send me the report, and then they will generate a report, and then they will send me a report. But thanks to digitalization, I can do all these things maybe by click of button. Right. So these are the various benefits which help in uh, creating the world-class experience. It eases the it gives a very good experience to the employees. It eases the workload on the HR faculty as well. Next slide, please.
Sir, can we launch a poll, sir?
Yes, please.
Audience, I'm quickly launching a poll related to the topic that we are discussing. The poll is on your screens. In the context of digital HR revolution, which of the following technologies is most effective for automatic repetitive administrative tasks in HR? Blockchain technology, artificial intelligence and robotic automatic processes, cloud storage solutions, augmented reality. Please type your answer in the poll box. Also, audience, I want to let you know, most of one of our Fluid Trail platform is coming up with new features related to the correct answer that you are providing here. Okay, the poll will be closed in another 5 seconds. Please enter your answers, audience. Most of our audience selected artificial intelligence and robotic automating processes, which is correct answer. Sir, any comments on this, sir?
Right. So I will say that, okay, even those no members, participant who have used another option, so they are not totally wrong. So if you read this question, why the artificial intelligence and robotic process automation, the answer is correct is because we are asking for most effective. And when we are discussing, we are talking about as on date. It may happen. Only God knows that, okay, what would be most relevant thing maybe in future. But as on today, in the context of digital HR evolution, AI and robotic process automation is a thing which is reducing or which is very effective in automating the repetitive administrative task in HR.
Also, audience, I want to let you know, FluidTrail is coming up with new AI features inside the platform so that all the content is built inside the platform and all the workflows that you going to make in your processes can be automated. To know more about FluidTrail, you can reach out to me at pawan.sahu@websol.com for the free demo of our FluidTrail. Over to you, sir.
Right. Thank you, Pawan. Right. So now let's try to understand the various HR pillars and what are the various trends of digitalization trend which is impacting us. So HR pillars like talent acquisition, hiring strategy, campus relationship, channel management, branding, vendor management, right? New hire touch point, etc. So if you ask me honestly, the one area where the digitalization has impacted the most part, I'm sure all of you will agree, is the talent acquisition. So in talent acquisition, it has made things life so simple, and right? There are various no ERPs available or platforms available which has using very effectively the ATS system. So right from generating, I let me give an example, right? So earlier in my organization, what was happening is that we were recruiting, for example, we are recruiting sales associate for maybe furniture, right? So the for the same position, so the person sitting in Dubai is the HR manager from Dubai is no advertising for that. Same things happening for a person from Oman, from Saudi Arabia, from India. So for the same positions from the same organization, same company, there are maybe 5 or 6 advertisements which get floated digitally or maybe in print media. Now, there are various candidates who are applying it. So there were many cases when the same candidate is getting shortlisted, and from two different countries, the same company, they are getting two different offers, and they were negotiating it ultimately. So this was, although no, nowadays we feel that okay, how it appears to be very funny or no, but that was a very common thing. We were the HR manager in Dubai is not aware that okay, the same candidate is also applying in maybe in Oman or some other country. So because of that, there were multiplicity of efforts was happening, right? And the candidates, there were various cases where the candidates they were able to qualify interview in the same company, but in different no, they were failing in one place, but they were able to qualify or they were recruited in the other place. Now imagine a situation. Now this is not possible today. The reason being that okay, today everybody is using the same ATS, right? So there is interface, and if I have to generate and maybe requisition, recruitment requisition, so it will generate it with the code number, right? And my colleague who is sitting maybe in US also, then they can find out okay that for this position the requisition has been raised maybe in India, right? And the applicant can also apply. They can apply separately if there is a separate position in US and India, but centrally because of digitalization, central talent acquisition team can definitely track that who is applying and who is getting selected, who is getting rejected, right? So this has made the things very easy and very simple. Other nightmare we all know is arranging the interviews, right? So I need to take appointment, take consent of the line managers, right? I have to block their calendar whether they are available or not, right? Then I need to go back to the candidate and then I have to confirm with him. If the candidate is not available, then I have to again come back. So, so like maybe table tennis ball. So the poor HR guy is shuttling from one place to other place or between two people or multiple people. Or I can use the metaphor of even a football. So getting kicked around from one place to other place, and the life is very tough. But with the digitalization, when I'm using a particular platform, what happen is that everybody is, I can align everyone and everyone can say, but a click of button, I can check the availability of everyone. And once I can freeze the calendar, right? Their calendar, so everybody gets notified and the interview process is done and I get the result. If I want, I can publish it. Even the skip level manager can check whether the who has been selected and who are the selecting panel and all these things. All right. The ATS this will also help me if I use a robust digitalization process in talent acquisition. So I can also generate as on demand whatever if I want to give some test also, so that can also generate some test. So in a way, what's happening that by click of button, everything is available. So the process has become very, very easy. So not only the process, what has happened is even the analysis part has become very, very easy. So I click a button, I can analyze the conversion rate, the cost to hire, right? I can also track the performance of the people who had been selected, right? And I can also track the infant attrition, the people who have resigned within 3 months of recruitment or getting offer letter. And before even releasing the offer letter, I can compare the parity, the scale. If I have to provide them the higher salary, then I can take the approval online. So in a way, in a nutshell, the talent equation, the whole game has changed after the digitalization. The things have become so simple, right? So I'm sure that all of you will agree that the talent equation is one space where digitalization has impacted very, very positively. Uh, there are other things also. Like now, let's come to talent management. Nowadays, talent management is becoming very complex because on the one hand, we see that there is a huge unemployment. On the other hand, we all understand as HR professional that when we are looking for right talent, we don't get it, right? And the good people, they don't want to stay with us, and the not so good people, they don't want to leave us. So it becomes very, very challenging. So performance management is very, very challenging. Uh, to whom to promote, whom not to promote, and what on what data points. So it is it an emotional decision or is it a very, very the decision based on data? Sorry, that has to be done, right? So the talent management is also a very, very area where possibly you can know we can use digitalization very, very effectively, right? In fact, we were using the McKinsey 9-box grid, and it was fully digitalized. And based on that, we had a discussion across the organization, especially for the no leadership team, wherein okay, which person is falling in which talent box. The person has to be promoted, not promoted. The person is high potential, right? So based on this, and at the end of the exercise, we used to do this exercise every uh, twice in a year. For some positions, we used to do every quarter, and every time I have on my dashboard, I used to have very, very clear idea that which are the critical talent available for me and what we are doing to retain them. Similarly, there are some people who are like no low performance and low potential. So what are we doing it? Whether we are really challenging these people or they are just sitting and no adding on the weight of the uh, uh, adding weight and reducing and impacting the performance of the whole team, right? So utilization is the very, very impactful way of talent management. It gives you very clarity, and you can maybe even maybe if you have a workforce of maybe 10,000 or to 1 lakh, 1 lakh, a click of button, you can exactly know that, okay, which are the category of people and how many people are falling in which category and what are the various measures being taken by various departments across your organization. Other important thing is the engagement, right? Nowadays, we are in a competitive world, and it is very, very important that we are able to provide the best of the best works experience to our employees. The employees, they want to be treated very, very nicely. It is not those days are gone where the employee has raised a request for raise an HR request and they will keep on waiting for maybe 1 week or 15 days and they will not dare to ask. Those days are gone. Now employee want to resolve their problem immediately. And if you are not able to resolve, they want to understand, okay, where the problem is lying, with whom, and what is the reason, and when it will be no resolved. So everything they want this maybe on the click of button, maybe on their laptop or maybe even mobile phone, right? So the communication part, the energizing or having fun activity, employee development, coaching or employee retention programs, and all these things. So these are the very very important pillars of employee engagement, and the mobile apps, etc., has helped a lot in doing it. Right, with the launch of various digital platforms where they have got their own app also. So we can definitely track the engagement. So I will discuss in the coming slides few of the technology used, few of the platform which are available in the market and had been used effectively by various organization. Right. Use of social media. So now we have got Facebook, Instagram, we have got Facebook at workplace, right? So the various organizations are using this social platform also effectively to get in touch with their employees. Other important thing, pillar where the digitalization is no impacting or is being very very useful is in compensation management, right? So by digitalization, I can definitely do a lot of HR analytics, and with the help of that, I can understand what is the impact of providing bonus, what was the increment, average increment, whether the top talent is getting no the different increment, or are we treating the everybody and the with the same stroke of brush, everybody is getting the same increment, right? When was the what is the reason why the people are resigning? Whether the people who resign, did they get a promotion or increment which was at par, or they got below par increment, or they were not promoted for this duration? So these all activities, with the help of digitalization, we can easily do the analytics and no come to the conclusion. So more we'll discuss on HR analytics in coming slides. So in a nutshell, I have to summarize. I can say that in talent acquisition, talent management, engagement, and conversion benefit, these are the four special HR pillars where the digitalization has created very very no, high impact. Next slide, please.
So can we launch a quick poll?
Yes, please.
Audience, there is a poll going on in our LinkedIn page. I'll be posting the link to that poll in your chat box. You can click on the link and you will be redirected to the poll and answer the question. The poll link is on your chat box. Click on the link in your chat box and you will be redirected to the poll. I'll quickly read out for you. How does digital onboarding improve new hires experience? Cuts manager involvement, enables flexible online setup, requires on-site attendance, focuses on payroll and ID. You can already see good number of participations in the poll. Please click the link on your chat box and you will be redirected to the poll directly in the LinkedIn. Thank you, audience. We already receiving good number of responses. Also, I request all the audience to check out our Fluid Trail page, our Websol page in the LinkedIn to follow. We will be posting regular updates related to HR automation and digital transformation in HR. And we also post blogs and case studies related to HR department and Fluid Trail in the LinkedIn page itself. Please follow Mr. Meghna Sood is asking recording, right? Yeah, after the webinar, we will be sending a post-webinar mailer, including the webinar recording. Over to you, sir.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute. Right. So let's try to understand what would be the challenges in adopting the HR technology. So we, for example, we as a team are convinced that, okay, right, we need to implement HR technology, and we listen from our no colleagues in working various organizations that they had implemented this platform or that platform, and how it is getting beneficial, why, and how it is very, very useful for this, and how it has made their life very easy. Now, with this, no, getting inspired by this positive talks around HR technology, suppose uh, we decide to go to our maybe the management, the leadership, that we wish to implement the HR technology in our organization. Now, first thing is, what are the challenges you will face, right? So it is very, very important that we understand and we prepare well, so that no, we can able to get success in our endeavor. Number one is the, as we know that number one thing is the challenge here is the resistance to change. Uh, People are comfortable doing things in a particular way, and they will like to do things in a particular way. And unless and until you are able to build a business case, right, they will not be very, very proactively helping you, right? So your conviction is very important. Second, get ready with your detailed analysis, right? Some try to get some use cases from other organizations where they implemented this technology, right? Take definitely the help of the vendors who are pitching for it. They definitely will be able to provide you some very, very good data. So armed with all these things, then possibly you, right, you approach to your leadership team and present it to them. Before going to leadership team, it will be good idea to first also get a buy-in from the stakeholders, right? So, for example, you wish to implement this HR tech in a sales department, and you directly go approach maybe the CEO or CMD without approaching the sales manager, right? Your guess is as good as mine. The chances of the sales manager supporting or not supporting it is everybody guess, right? So before I approach the CMD, it is very, very important that I first have a discussion with the sales manager, try to understand his pain points, and then uh, tell him that, okay, how this technology implementation will ease his life more, and ultimately it is going to help you, right? So you get an advocate, right? You get an advocate in the form of sales manager, that, okay, this technology is really useful if you implement it, right? So when you are going there, you are really armed with it. Second thing is, in case you are working in a unionized environment, it is also important to speak to the union members, take their feedback, and usually they will have some apprehensions around it. So it is very, very important that all the apprehension, it may take you maybe a week to change their perception or to convince them, but take that time. Don't no, it's better to wait 1 week rather than approaching uh, to the senior management or implementing it in hurry and then repenting. So that is the important thing is we have to understand that everybody want to be in the state of the inertia. They want to continue the way they are or they had been doing it, right, over a period of time. People have will show this lethargy and resistance to change. So it is in our hand to build a very, very strong case for adopting the HR technology and then convince them. Uh, Another challenges in adopting HR technology is always the around data security and privacy. Right? People will be very, very apprehensive about because nowadays a lot of issues are around the privacy, data security, and all these things, right? Hacking and all these things. So you need to choose the platform which is very robust and is able to tackle all these things, and then address all these issues, and then go for implementation. Other problem I have seen is that many times we implemented, for example, I am implementing a program in payroll, and I am implementing a separate platform in maybe L&D. And if both the or a third possibly maybe I'm implementing a platform in attendance. If this all this are not interfacing and they are not talking to each other, then things become very, very complex. Right. So there were cases that, for example, okay, so we had a separate system for attendance and we had a separate system for payroll. I'm talking about around 10 years back, uh, maybe more than that. Then when we are asking for data, the headcount data given to me by the payroll team is different, and the headcount data given to me by the maybe the attendance time and attendance team is also different, right? And it is very, very frustrating, right? When then you start doubting the sanctity of the data. If the data is not robust, if the both the teams are giving you uh, two different platforms or two different technology are giving you separate headcount, then it is very difficult for you to trust which platform to trust or which platform not to trust, right? To challenge the situation, it is very important that okay, we understand and then we make sure that there is a integration of various HR tech solution is always there, and they are not separate from each other, right? The seamless data flow is one of the most important critical things we have to understand over a period of time. Next slide, please. Right. So again, as we're discussing, the adopting HR technology will require strategic planning. And as a HR professional, please understand, don't try to become a hero and try to do everything on your own, right? Unless and until you are not coordinating and you are not fostering teamwork with the IT specialist, so you will not be able to implement it. The suit may be HR suit, but the implementer is the IT guy. So you need to work very, very closely. And we know as HR professional that okay, it's very, very important for us to get the work, get the best work done by the IT guys so that the problem is solved. Think through the proactively, do the UAT, user access training is done, that all the people are trained, and uh, then you implement it. Other challenges you will always face in implementing the HR technology is that customization, right? The particular platform will offer a solution and it will have a particular way of particular workflow. But your people will say, नहीं नहीं हमारे यहाँ तो ऐसा नहीं होता. We do it a different way. So this technology will not work for us, right? So in certain organization, only one person need to approve the leave. But in certain organization, it is maybe the 2 or 3 layers need to approve the leaves, right? So different organizations will have different practices, and it is very, very important that when we are implementing this any HR tech solution, the customization of the HR tech solution is done according to the need of your own organization or what had been your prevailing practice, right? So earlier, one example I like to put here. So earlier, the HRMS of, for example, Oracle, right? You can do a lot of customization was done and all this thing. And if you wanted to change, then you have to purchase a new version. Later on, when they came up with the SCM Cloud, So then they said that, okay, no, across the world, we'll have a only defined workflow, and all the organization need to follow that workflow. But that was the reason that, okay, the people were not very keen to adapt it. Later on, they started giving the facility, and then the customization was possible. Other important thing we need to ensure that, that I already explained earlier, that integration of different platform is also very important. Next slide, please.
Can we launch a poll, sir?
Yes, please.
Audience, I'm quickly launching a poll on the screens related to the previous slide. Which of the following best describes the primary goal of using HR analytics within a digital HR strategy? To reduce the cost of HR management tools, to improve HR reporting accuracy by using past data, to provide insights that help make data-driven decisions, to automate all aspects of HR, eliminating the need for human intervention. Please type your answers in the chat box, audience. Also, audience, after the webinar, you will be receiving a post-webinar mailer, including the recording of webinar and the presentation deck. We can see most of the audience answering the correct answer. The remaining audience, you can directly click your answers in the chat box, poll box.
Right.
Sir, any comments on the answers, sir?
Right. So I'm very happy that most of the participants are giving the right answer. Right. Please understand one thing, that the use of HR analytics is definitely to provide insight and help the organization in making data-driven decisions. Now let's try to uh, see the journey of HR analytics. What was happening earlier, that, okay, I'm sure all of you also has experience that earlier the role of HR was that, okay, at the end of the month, they will produce a monthly report, and then they will circulate to the all stakeholders. So that report was, for example, saying that, okay, how many people join, how many people resign, what is the average salary, average cost, productivity, right, gender ratio, and all, depending on the organization, right, transfers, terminations, right, reward and recognition. So usually what I want to say is that that dashboard was actually more of a reporting in nature, that this is what we did last month, and here is a report. And that was end of the HR analytics. Later on, that, okay, with the development happening in HR analytics, then people started doing analysis of it. So it is not important, that it is not complete, it is not sufficient that you just report that what has happened. So you need to do analysis, and then you say that, okay, now we understand that, okay, because of that, the gender ratio is skewed. Because of that, there may be some link of the productivity with that, or there can be some link of maybe the staff cost is going high there because of this reason, that reason. So then you started not only sending report, but also trying to do some analysis of it. Right. Then the later on, what was happening was, now the current trend is the HR analytics is helping us in being predictive. So there are various tools available by which I can predict that, okay, based on the input given by my employee, what are the chances that he or she is going to resign, right? Based on the past data, what are the chances that what percentage of people are going to leave my organization after they receive the I complete the appraisal cycle, right? And which are the people who are more likely to resign? Which are the people who are less likely to resign? So the certain tools will also go as far as analyzing that, okay, the relation between the no the distance, the travel distance between the workplace and their place of residence, right? So you slowly what was happening is that HR analytics is going into the predictive format. So we are able to now predict things, and no, it gives a head start. Then the organization start no ring fencing their critical talent, right? So I know that these are my critical talent, and based on the HR analytic tool, I get a report that no these people are likely to resign or likely to I may lose them. So it is very important that how do I ring fence them? How do I do certain things so that no, I am able to retain them? So can I engage them in some interesting project? Can I send them for some development programs, right? So based on that, so I'm able to predict it and then take the action. The next stage of HR analytics would is going to be prescriptive. So once no, the HR analytics become more defined, so you will be able to prescribe with confidence that okay, if we do this, this is going to happen. That means I can say with certainty, or maybe at least with a lot of courage and confidence to my leadership, that if I hire from certain areas, the chances of these people staying with me is more. I'm just giving a rough example, right? Just for example basis. Or if I pay in this range, if I pay maybe 75 percentile to this position, I am able to retain them for longer time. So this is how where we need to understand that, or this is what the future is going to be. That's why the HR analytics is going to be useful, right? Or data analytics and all things. This will help us in doing it. It is going to be more and more prescriptive. Now the other trend is AI and ML. So the one of the very good example is uh, I will take a name of a very successful platform. It is Infido. So this AI tool is by the chatbots, by using chatbots, they are sending messages by via WhatsApp to the new joinees, and they ask a lot of questions to the new joinees, right? So it could be about their work experience, it could be about no their convenience part, or how they are feeling and all these things. And based on that, this platform, by use of AI, they are able to predict that which are the people are going to resign, which are people will stay for longer time, and henceforth like this. And based on that, the HR department pulls out a report, and then they uh, approach the line management and tell the line manager that okay, these are the critical people possibly, and they may be facing some issues. Then these are then they prescribe then what they have to be, what has to be done with them so that we are able to retain them, right? AI is able to launch pulse survey, right? It can be weekly or bi-monthly or monthly or whatever periodicity you decide. So you just mention the date, and this platform will launch a pulse survey of engagement to all your employees, or to certain criteria, certain category of employees, and based on that, uh, you can do it. Infido, INFEEDO. So they use Ember by Infido, right? The beauty of this product is, I'm not promoting any product actually, but just an example I'm using it. There must be some other product as well in the market. The beauty of such product is that they are using colloquial language. So if I have got maybe drivers in Andhra Pradesh, So this, so in Telugu, the messages go via WhatsApp to these people, right? So there was I was reading somewhere about Piyush Bansal. So in Lenskart, they are using certain AI platform wherein the workforce the AI is sending messages to workforce and getting their feedback. And the AI is sent by the name of uh, Piyush Bansal. So the employees believe that okay, Piyush Bansal is asking them certain questions about their workplace, work experience, etc. And the analysis is done and the report is submitted. So this is how the AI has gone forward and bringing a lot of changes. It is helping the HR as well as the leadership to make a lot of critical decision. So I will not waste my resources based on the if I know that okay, this is the pain point, so I will shoot my bullet there. So I will not just spray and pray that I will spray the bullets everywhere. So it will help me in targeted resolution of the problem. Other thing is that there are various platforms which are creating wonderful employee experience. Even that onboarding, in onboarding, a lot of platforms are used. Definitely in augmented reality, virtual reality has been used for a lot of learning and development activity, leadership activity. Uh, so there is a certain tools used wherein possibly the leadership are given the gamification. They use gamification and a lot of lessons in leadership is learned. So I'm sure that by using this technology, we can definitely make use of this and be very, very successful and contribute to the organization. Right. Next slide. Right. So this we need not discuss. We all know that how the like even the technology we are using today, right? Zoom, etc., help us in remove collaboration tools. Right. So the feature of HR technology driven thing is self-service portal. So I believe that okay, HR should use self-service program portals and move away from doing getting engaged in doing low value administrative things. When we are away from low value administrative things which can be done by the portals, etc. So I can contribute to by becoming a better business partner or provide strategic inputs to the organization and all this thing. Chatbot and AI sense are going to be the next thing, big thing. In performance management tools, as I discussed, I gave a earlier example. Predictive analytics also I discussed. HR mobile apps are most of the platforms are available in HR mobile apps also. So I think nowadays the young generation, Gen Z, workforce, even the millennials, they want everything in their hand, right? If you are implementing a HR tech solution and there is no app of it, the chances of its usage is uh, very, very low, right? So I think we have come to the end of this discussion.
Yes, sir. Audience, if you have any questions related to the webinar, you can